I started drawing seriously at age 5, most kids do, but as I recall, the thing that made me realize I was an artist is that I was extremely indignant that the babysitter was drawing incorrectly. And when I look back, I remember this appalled look on her face that I would scold her. And I didn't understand it for years, but looking back, I think I really felt like I was an artist already. And then when I went off to school, I was doing murals of dinosaurs in my elementary school. So I did that, and then I started studying privately. My dad's hobby was framing, and he would go putter around in the basement and do frames and meet artists. And so there was always artists in the house, and they actually told my parents that I should be getting training, that I should have tutoring done. And one of the artists volunteered. My dad would take me out to his studio on Saturday morning. So by the time I went to art school, I had hung around with mature artists. This guy was doing covers for Time magazine and then his own work on the side. So I just felt like this is me, this is what I love, and it has never been any different. I was trained at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, and I consider myself really grounded in what I learned there. It's the first art school in America. The PAFA, as it's affectionately known, is in a beautiful Victorian building designed by Frank Furness. It was a wonderful school. It was filled with real artists teaching, and we were all learning and developing to become real artists. It's patterned after the great European traditions of atelier teaching, so I learned drawing, serious, study of the figure, anatomy. And the halls were where Marie Cassatt was going to school, where Thomas Eakins was teaching. You're walking the same floors. I felt really like it was the first time I felt honored by being allowed in somewhere. You feel like you're in the mix. It's like very creative in the most connected up way. It was based on tradition, it was based on discipline, all these things that mattered to me. So when I got in there, I just was really fired up to learn as much as I could, to become a professional and to be a better artist. So going there was just a big part of forming who I am. I then went on to Indiana University in Bloomington. I felt like artists were returning to the school and saying, you need to think about what you're going to do when you get out. And at that point, I was orphaned by the early death of my parents, and I took that to heart. I thought I better be practical. So I went off to Indiana University, and I joined the art department, but I also had a broader education. So it helped me to think, and the painting department there was much more focused on what are you painting and why are you painting it and what does it mean. So after going from this very technical school of making things, I had to start explaining why I was doing what I was doing. And the schooling at Indiana University, which forced me to think about things, was really important as an artist. As I was putting myself through school, at that time, near the end of my period there, I was a single mother. And you can imagine, I had a job, I had a kid, I was in school, and I would get really tired and really discouraged. So as I went through the student union, there was a back stairway. I had to go a little bit out of my way, but I always did, because at the top of the stairs was an exposed mantelpiece that was carved from a prior building that I suppose they built around. And it was a quote from Abraham Lincoln. The quote was, "I will study and get ready, because one day my time will come." And Abraham Lincoln's name was under it. And when I was really tired and really discouraged, I would go up the stairs, and then I would turn around and I would look at that and take it into myself and keep going.